All right, you guys, our favorite day of the year is tomorrow. Yeah. We've all been waiting for forever. You know I'm talking about the Victoria's Secret fashion show.
Oh, they asked us, but we weren't available.
I was going to say, that's when I stay home and eat pizza.
We were just a little too busy to fly out to Paris and, you know.
Yeah, I'm always too busy to fly to Paris.
Leading up to the show, it was filmed last Wednesday, was it? And it's airing tomorrow night. But luckily for all of us, a lot of tidbits get leaked online.
Yes.
So
I thought you were going to say something else.
We really feel like we know what's going on without even seeing the show. But I'm a huge fan of thinking there were a lot of conspiracy theories or PR stunts going on behind the scenes, really to get people watching, because we did a story not so long ago on this show where we talked about how Victoria's Secret's secret was no longer quote-unquote cool. And a lot of you guys watched, a lot of you guys were talking about it, and it's because they're changing the formula of their whole brand to be more natural rather than like fake, skinny, pent-up, big boobs.
They should have invited us.
I know.
Yeah, it doesn't get natural.
It doesn't get more natural. Like, are you guys even wearing bras?
No.
See, you could help us out.
All right, so some of the PR or conspiracy theories that we're talking about today is first Kendall Jenner. You know how she deleted Instagram. It was this huge thing. She talked about it on Ellen. She said it was just consuming her life. And then literally 3 days later, she popped back on the gram.
I mean, that's not surprising at all.
Well, you think it was, do you think it was contractual or what?
Yes, definitely. So someone I know worked for a major brand. I'm not going to say which one it is, but maybe bigger than Victoria's Secret.
What?
And
There's a bigger lingerie line?
Not a lingerie line, but a fashion brand. And a lot of these models, like Kendall Jenner, who's more of an influencer, I would say, at this point, or just in general, is so well known. More of their contract has to do financially with what they're going to post on social media. Oh, wow. Less of it has to do with like, oh, you're going to do a photo shoot or whatever, because that is where their money is being best spent.
100%.
I feel like walking in the Victoria's Secret fashion show is more of something to say that you did rather than a huge paycheck, because I don't know how much money that brand necessarily has to say, here, you're walking among 100 other girls. There's so many like popular hot models in that show that they can't be paying them all a ton of money.
No, but when someone is as like famous as Kendall, it's no longer just like, oh, I'm supporting this on social media. That's like an endorsement deal. So she's getting paid much more than the average model that maybe has, I mean, it's even laughable to talk about that, like 1 million like followers on Instagram is not going to get the kind of paycheck that Kendall's going to get.
No, not at all.
It's also, those girls like Gigi Hadid and Kendall are probably making more than just the original Victoria's Secret models, because they're bringing an audience to the show.
They're paying for the influencer
and they're revamping. Another thing was Bradley Cooper's, is it fiance, wife, girlfriend?
I don't know that they're engaged. Bradley Cooper has long been one of our most eligible, like as if I have nothing to do with it. Never even met the guy. I've only stalked him a few times. He's long been a super eligible bachelor in Hollywood. He's currently dating Irina Shayk. I think that's how you say her name. And I thought it was super fascinating and oh so coincidental that no one knew she was pregnant until she walked the runway with her baby bump, which, like, oh my gosh, I'm such a loser. I was just like, oh, it's so cute. But I thought it was just like, ooh, wow, the timing really seems to fit. They're just unleashing all of this at the same moment. I bet you she got more money to be like, ba-boom.
Yeah. You're like, don't post this yet. Wait until our show so then we can have the reveal.
Yeah, she looked.
It'd be like, I bet you Beyonce got paid to do that at the VMAs when she announced that.
Oh, I'm sure. I feel like it is cool for them as well, but it's also publicity for the show.
For sure.
And I want to see the people at Victoria's Secret in the room just discusing what they can do to hype up their show.
Their control room where they're like homelanding it with like bulletin boards.
They have like a whole pie chart.
And if you think about it, just from like a ratings perspective or an audience perspective, like a lot of dudes, like let's be real, a lot of guys are watching the VS show because they're like, hey, babes, right? But if I was like a young mom, or maybe not, maybe just myself, I'd be like, oh, I like that they are putting like a pregnant woman on the runway. That is groundbreaking.
But I actually have to say, I'm a little surprised.
I was very surprised.
That they,
well,
I mean,
like
and
those
it's not
are the
surprising.
types of things that she was wearing, which was awesome because her body still looks great, but she's kind of
That person is pregnant?
Yes, very pregnant. Yeah.
I feel like this angle I can't see at all.
There's
But
another look that
they
she
have
wore.
they have like ties over her and kind of her midriff, whatever.
Midriff. Her midriff. Her midriff. No, she was definitely pregnant. Like you can kind of see.
Okay.
They covered her belly button and stuff. So.
Still looks a hell of a lot better than I'm ever pregnant.
The topic of the hour and what everyone wants to talk about is Bella Hadid and The Weeknd
Oh,
and them breaking up. And so many people are thinking that they did this solely for the show because they broke up. It was this big thing. Yeah, either they broke up because
here's that moment.
Yeah. There it is.
Bye, boy.
Bye.
Tell him, boy, bye. But so many are speculating that not only she did it to get attention because she is the lesser popular of the Hadid girls, but also because for the show that it would get. I mean, everyone's talking about the two of them and them being on stage together as a couple that had just broken up. But it's weird to me because right after the show, she took to Instagram and was like, "Thank you for The Weeknd for being such an amazing person." And I was like, so they had a good breakup?
I mean, what if they could have had just an amicable breakup and it was fine. Also, though, it's not like they could have broken up for the show, but also if they broke up just now, like they definitely booked him. Like
that's what I was going to ask. Like, how
So,
long ago did they know that he was going to be on the show?
I don't know.
A long time
Yeah, they
ago.
book in advance.
And
Okay.
I don't know. Like, I guess there could be someone at Victoria's Secret who'd be like, okay, this would be so great.
And if not, maybe her, because I mean, so many stories.
We already talk about, like, everyone already talks about the fact that Gigi's relationship with Zayn was initially a PR stunt. A lot of people speculate that. And regardless, I mean, if she thought this up, Bella Hadid, if you thought this up, you're an effing genius. Okay?
And people care.
People care.
I was looking at the views on Clevver News.
Yeah,
the regular
it's a lot.
stories were getting like 29,000. The last story we posted the night before was at 200,000 talking about the two of them and their breakup.
I think the Weeknd's not like that. I feel like the Weeknd doesn't like to get involved with the industry
go way
type
back.
stuff. We go way back, yeah, way back in high school.
Also, though,
actually.
I kind of feel like it would have been like just as much of a headline if they weren't broken up. Because they would have like done something like cutesy and like
Right.
kissed
That's true.
or something.
But people love
People
seeing,
do
like,
love
drama and angst. I do.
But that was like the opposite of drama and angst. So I think that was why it did so well, was because people were like, wait.
Well, she
trying to
kind of gave him the
analyze
eye. She kind of gave him that like
You wish you had this,
but
all
you-
this.
This isn't yours anymore.
Don't
Kind of
touch
thing.
me.
Yeah.
Another little theory is that the Pink girls are going to become the face of the brand, so they would kick out all the moms and be like, gotta go, bye. And along with the more natural look, the Pink aspect of the company is more natural, and they really forefronted the girls from what we can tell. We obviously haven't seen the show, but do you guys think that's a possibility where the old is out and the new is in?
I think the only reason that would make sense from like a business standpoint, I don't think it's a good idea necessarily, but that influencers and like people like Kendall Jenner are the ones that are like controlling the youth, and the youth is the one on Instagram, on Twitter, and like buying that kind of stuff.
The show's ratings were down by like 20% from the previous years, and they keep dropping. So I think that they really needed to do something to up it, and also kind of promote that they're doing this whole natural line.
Well, I think they're going to end up doing both, but I do think it would be a very smart idea for them to start doing a more relatable line, because that's what people really connect with.
Right.
And when I say relatable, all of these girls are goddesses. Okay, whether you're wearing a bralette or you're wearing a push-up bra with hair extensions, please don't sit
Well,
next
they
to
said
me,
that
because
they
I'll
were
feel
going
like
to
a
do
beast.
no hair extensions at the show.
What?
Yeah, so
Bless you.
they were saying that we're not going to add, bless you, Lily. They said we're not going to add extensions to make it super long, and if someone has short hair on the side or a tight haircut, we're not going to put a wig or put on extensions on their head. We're going to embrace it, because they're really trying to rock the natural, although everything that I've seen does not look like anyone I see on the streets. We live in LA, and I don't see those kind of girls just at my
didn't
local
look
Starbucks.
super natural if you ask me.
No, there was a lot of self-tanner happening.
Yes.
And then lastly, I want to talk about the brand going under. Do you think that they are doing these publicity stunts that we've talked about just now to revamp their image because they're no longer cool?
I also I think of it as just, they're really expensive still. Like going to get a Victoria's Secret bra and going to Target, like it's not even a comparison.
No.
So it's like, especially if they're trying to reach a younger demographic, I feel like it's more like successful adults that are women that can go into a Victoria's Secret and drop like $1,000 on lingerie, rather than a 15-year-old that's going to be like, I need a bralette and I'm going to go get a cheap one.
I do think it's smart of them to kind of go back to what they're known for, which is lingerie, which is, whether it's Pink or whether it's the main brand. I think they got a little out of control for a while with what, like, all the fragrances and the swimwear and the clothes.
It was more about the brands than their actual.
And the one thing I think they have seen major success with is all of the workout apparel.
Yeah.
I think they need to, like, stick with that.
Athleisure.
Aren't they? They cut bathing suits.
Yeah,
though.
they cut
Yeah.
everything except the workout apparel, the lingerie, and then body by
So
Victoria.
are you guys going to watch the show come Monday night?
Yeah.
I don't know where though. Like I don't have cable.
I think I'll just watch the recaps on Clevver
I'll
News.
probably watch
I'll watch. I feel like I just watch like highlights on Twitter, and that's
Yeah.
honestly
Yeah.
probably why the ratings aren't that great because a
Because
lot of
nobody's
people
watching
don't watch
TV.
no one watches the full show. They just want to see the people they know.
live stream on YouTube
Yeah.
next year.
That would actually
that's true,
be a
people
real
only
smart
wanted to
YouTube
see-
Red.
Yep.
Yeah.
What Kendall and Gigi were wearing, so I think
they
it's
just
so
Google
smart.
And
what you guys
everything
are
is
saying.
leaked before it airs nowadays anyways. We
Yeah.
got sneak peeks of all the performances, all that.
Totally.
Anyways, you guys let us know what you think about all of these conspiracy theories surrounding the show. Get down there in the comment section below. Fight with us, tweet us, love us, hate us, anything. All right, keep watching this show, but somewhere else. Click over to the left to watch Selena Gomez as she's crowned the most followed person on Instagram and also the other most followed people. And then click to the right to see a racist woman going on a Trump rant at Michael's.